What's up, guys? It's your boy Darskin, and today we're going to be talking about how to gear LILIA. Now, I know a lot of you guys have been asking me how to gear LILIA, and if you watched my last video, you would have known that I talked about teams that you can build for Gowther and how to... Well, basically, LILIA is the best unit for Gowther boss battle, or one of the best. So, in this video, we're going to talk about how to gear her. I'm also going to talk a little bit about how to gear Blue Demon Meliodas, because he's a really good unit for that as well. And a lot of people are still confused on what you should be doing or could be doing. So yeah, we're going to be talking about that. So, anyway, starting out. If you guys don't know, hold on, I got to pull it up. Pull up LILIA. Right there. Switch this over. Boom. Alright, so Blue LILIA. How Blue LILIA works. Increases all allies' pierce rate by 50% of the value of the hero's pierce rate, right? And she has to be on the field. Now, with this being her passive, obviously the best case scenario is that you go, pierce rate subs on her. That's what you want to do. Also, her healing is equal to 200%, 240, or 400% of her attack stat. So, a lot of people would think, oh, well, wouldn't you just go attack defense with HP, or with, pierce rate subs? That's the thing, right? Don't get me wrong, right? We'll keep it on this screen. Don't get me wrong. Blue LILIA, does heal off her attack stat. But the thing about that is, that doesn't necessarily mean that you want to, run attack defense on her. You got to keep in mind, Blue LILIA is a substitute for King. And what I mean by that is, most teams that have Blue LILIA will not have King. Most teams that have King will not have Blue LILIA. That's almost always the case. So, you've got to understand that King and LILIA are two sides of one coin. They're both supports. They're both going to be the target. Because it's like a lot of Blue Meliodas damage, Blue Demon Meliodas damage comes from LILIA having her passive activated. So it's like, what's the best way of stopping that? Kill LILIA. Same thing with King and Kingbrum, right? A large part of Hellbrum's damage comes from King's passive and then having an ally alive. So what's the best way to kill two birds with one stone? Kill King. Because if you kill King, Hellbrum is losing 5% of his passive, and he's losing the 8% of King's passive. On top of the utility that King brings to the team is now gone. So the best case scenario is to go HP defense. Now keep in mind, LILIA doesn't really need attack stat, because unlike King, LILIA is not doing any type of damage, right? With King, you're obviously going to have attack subs, because that's the best option, on top of his ult hits like a truck. But with LILIA, you can just build rare gear with pure subs, right? You literally can build rare gear with pure subs. This is what your LILIA gear is going to look like, right? Now this is if you don't care about her late game, right? Now, let's say we're talking late game, right? And what I mean by late game, let's say we're talking, because this is the truth of the matter. She's probably going to get UR gear when she comes out. That on JP, whenever the original characters dropped, they released their UR gear with them. So she's probably going to get UR gear when she drops. So if that is the case, and you want to use the pin team late game, or you want to use LILIA, or you love LILIA, LILIA is your favorite OC, she's best girl, she's waifu, whatever the case may be, if that is the case, then you can opt to go SSR gear with pure subs. Keep in mind that committing to SSR gear is a big deal. And committing to UR gear is an even bigger deal. So if you are not sure that you're going to use her late game, or you don't know if you're going to commit to her, or you're sure that you're not, just do rare gear. Just go rare gear on her, on the top two, and then give it pure subs. This is 24%. This is 26%. King now has 100% pierce rate, right? So it's that simple. This and King and LILIA are gonna have LILIA's pierce rate without gear is gonna be around 60%. So with the gear, she's gonna have about 110% pierce rate type of deal, right? So yeah, she's going to be giving Meliodas like 50% pierce rate. Now keep in mind, Meliodas. A lot of people have been talking about him, asking, and I made a video talking about it, but people are still unsure as to what you should be doing. Meliodas is a unit you want to have Pierce on. Now, you don't have to, right? I'm going to be giving Meliodas UR gear. This gear right here, let me go ahead and switch it. Where's it at? This is going to be Meliodas UR gear. I have to get a SSR orb, but I'll get that eventually. I do not have Pierce rate on the gear. And the reason why is because if I keep attack on Meliodas, I can use this for all Meliodases. The Pierce rate is only catering to this Meliodas. So what you can do if you don't want to fully commit to Pierce SSR gear, it's the same exact thing. You can just make rare Pierce gear, right? And if you want to be that guy, you can easily make the rare gear. You can you can rank it up and make it SR gear, right? Only for Meliodas, because that's a lot better than making UR Pierce gear whenever you don't know if you want to commit to Meliodas like that. So if you want to make, this is one of the rare cases, right, where using the UR gear stones to make this rare gear SR is not that bad of an idea. This is one of the rare cases. For Lilia, it doesn't matter, but for Meliodas, you can definitely do it, right? So Meliodas, doing this would probably be the only time I would say making SR gear for a unit matter, or would be okay. So if that's what you guys want to do, that's perfectly fine. Keep in mind, with this gear on, my Meliodas hits the exact same amount as with his SSR attack gear on. So with the SSR attack subs, he hits the same amount as the rare Pierce subs gear. So think about that. When Lilia comes out, Meliodas is already going to be hitting harder with the Pierce sub gear. Even though it's rare, he's going to be hitting harder because she's giving him 50%. Because right now, his Pierce rate's about 100. With Lilia, it becomes 150. So if you triple that, that's going to be 450% Pierce rate, like multiplied onto his attack card. That's going to be hitting way harder than Lilia. Now, if you guys want me to show you, I can show you. I'll show you real quick, just so we can be on the same page, right? I know this is a Lilia gear guide, but Lilia and Meliodas are like hand in hand. They go hand in hand with each other, so it's kind of like, you know. We're gonna go ahead and go here. Right now, Meliodas has the Pierce gear on. So, there's no way. Give me a normal bro, can I get, thank you. What is this RNG? Alright, so level 1 card. Level 1 card. Keep in mind, I have the Pierce gear on right now. Right? My Pierce rate is 102. Let's see how much it hit for. Double crit 95k. Alright, now let's leave. Double crit 95k. So let's see what we hit with whenever I double crit with his normal attack gear on. Go to the same mission. Go to the gear real quick. We're going to put on the attack gear. Keep in mind this is SSR gear, by the way. Now, obviously, you lose about 3k combat class, but it's like you should more than make up for that because you're going to have HP defense sets on everybody else. So, one, please. Thank you. All right. So, let's see. I need a double crit. Okay, I only got one crit, 84k. Double crit, I'd probably hit for 90k, 95k. He does the same damage with SSR attack gear, with attack subs, as you do with rare gear Pierce rate subs. So you can easily just run Pierce rate subs, and then once Lilia comes out, he's going to do more damage with the rare gear than he does with the attack gear. So that is exactly what you guys should do for Meliodas. I know this was a Lilia video, but it's a Meliodas video too because they go hand in hand. That's just what it is. But yeah, for anybody that wanted to know, that is how you gear Lilia. You will run You can throw anybody's HP set on her. You can run rare gear, or if you fully want to commit, I don't really suggest it because you don't know. Unless you know. If you know you want to commit to Lilia, by all means use SSR gear and like roll Pierce rate. But for like free-to-play players, this is your best option for Lilia to run rare gear. So anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Be sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, comment down below, tell me what you guys did in the comment section below. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.